Hey, y'all, it's Mack Weldon here. Listen, I'm going to get right to the point. With smart design and premium fabrics and a simple shopping experience, Mack Weldon underwear is definitely better than whatever you're currently wearing. I'm Mack Weldon. I don't lie. I tell the truth. In addition to looking and feeling great, all Mack Weldon products are crafted with natural fibers that have built-in performance capabilities, so they work hard too. Like I work hard, I'm Mack Weldon. They meaning me, Mack Weldon, even have a special line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial. That means they eliminate odor. I don't like odor. I'm Mack Weldon. Odor is spelled wrong in the copy. I don't know who gets fired. All that, and I ship them right to your door. Me, Mack Weldon, to you, your door. If you don't like your first pair that I, Mack Weldon, give you, you can keep it, and I will still refund you. No questions asked. Mack Weldon doesn't ask questions. He just sends underwear. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off your purchase using promo code PFT. That's not me. That's someone else. I am Mack Weldon. Big Grande fans, listen up. Your favorite improv group is back for season 2 of Big Grande's Teacher's Lounge. Join Big Grande for more behind-the-scenes looks at the goings-on at Hamilton High School. Don't miss the second season of the show fans called one of the funniest miniseries released yet. The second season features all-star guests including Seth Morris, Lauren Lapkus, me, and more. Find out more and hear an episode for free at StitcherPremium.com/teacher.
Welcome for me, a real man. I'm an adult man. Welcome to you. How do you like it, being welcomed by an adult man?
What a burden it must be to have a voice like that. You know? Because there's got to be people who are scared of it. You can be scared of anything. Do you know how many phobias there are? 100. Yeah. I counted them before I came here. Because you know what my phobia is? Not knowing the number of phobias. 101! Like the idea that the president of the United States is scared of walking downstairs, that's a new one on me. But started thinking about it. So many things can go wrong. I mean, I almost want to give it to him. I mean, ramps, great idea. They can't be applied to every situation, though. Escalators. You know when an escalator is broken and you have to walk up an escalator, and it's embarrassing how difficult it is. Like you take the first couple, you're like, what? Is there something wrong with me? This is basically just stairs. Too far apart. What about when stairs are too close together, you have to take little tiny baby steps? That is mortifying. What if somebody saw you? What if it was your boss? The next day, oh, I need to speak to you in my office. I must confess I've never had a meeting like this before, but I saw you out in the world, which first of all was weird. I'm used to my only context for you is here. I don't imagine you as being a person. That's not a reflection on me as a boss. That's a reflection on us as sort of colleagues here at the office. Oh, you work in an office, by the way. Here's the thing. I saw you walk down some shallow stairs. You're fired. Also, the escalator's broken, and as you know, we're in the basement, so got you coming and going. It's perfectly legal. That's right. There's no such thing as regulations anymore, or employee protections. Yes, we're going to have you removed forcibly. We're going to bang your face against something. You're no angel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul with Paul F. Tompkins. Oh, I got caught unawares by that sprightliness. This is a show. Did I finish saying my name? Tompkins. This is a show where I invite a special guest onto the program to have a free-form conversation with me inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals to join me in a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes, perhaps incorporating details in a fun way gleaned from my conversation with the special guest. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's what he goes like. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to have this gentleman on the show. Always wanted to have him. He lives in a different part of the country. The timing finally worked out. I knocked over some plastic cups. I want you to know everything that happens. Please welcome to Spontaneanation for the very first time, Ted Leo.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
What? Deep voice, man. I'm breaking out in a cold sweat. Ted, thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
I'm glad that this worked out,
Me
that
too.
you happen to be in town and you're working on your new record, and then you were kind enough to donate some of your time to us here today.
It's a donation?
Yeah, it's a donation.
Oh.
It's a donation of time and $100.
Okay. All right.
To my men's rights organization, we are getting team jackets. Ted, I have a question for you. This comes to us from our previous episode's guest. Now, are you curious as to the identity of our previous episode's guest?
I think I might want to find that out after the question.
Oh. Well, if you do want to find it out, I would direct you and the listener to the Spontaneanation archives at Stitcher Premium. For about a modest fee, hours of listening pleasure await you.
Ad-free.
Guess what? I'm putting that joke into the rafters. I'm sick of it now. We're in our third year. That's enough of that. So, guys, mark it down. Ted, here is the...
Oh,
what was that? Oh, it's a little bye-bye. The theme to goodbye. Ted, here is the question put to you by our previous episode's guest. When was the last time you cried out of happiness?
Oh, who asked that? Cried out of happiness.
Out of happiness.
Out of happiness. I don't know that I've ever cried out of happiness. I really don't think I have.
That can't be true.
I don't think so. I mean,
You're a squishy person.
yeah, but it's always tinged with melancholy. Life is
Always?
melancholy. Yeah. There's never a moment of happiness that doesn't have a shadow of melancholy
a
stalking
movie?
it.
Nothing?
I don't think I cry when I'm happy.
Wow.
I cry a lot. I'm not happy very often.
Do you get... do you get choked up out of happiness?
I get choked up out of beauty,
Okay.
you know?
Let's say that's the same thing.
Okay.
Let's say when you see something beautiful, you're happy about it.
Yeah, but I'm not though, because it's also like in this dying world, you know, everything's decaying and this one
God.
sprig of beauty, you know, peeks through and it just makes you aware of how horrible everything else is to a certain degree, I think, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a married man.
I am.
Did you get close to choked up on your wedding day?
I did. Yeah, I did. But it was also, I mean, you know, it was also...
You thought about all the people who can't get married.
That did go through my mind, actually. Yeah, there was a lot of, I mean, you know, we wrote our own vows, and as I'm thinking about it now, yeah, my vows and did entail things like, you know, in this sick, twisted world, to be able to find a moment of, you know, like that kind, you know, yeah. It's a hard place, and so yeah, that.
Man, oh man. What do you ever get? Do you consider yourself a sentimental person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. To a fault, probably.
Have you ever gotten choked up at a TV commercial?
Ooh. That's a good question. I'm going to guess that I have, but I couldn't. I don't think I can give you an instance.
Okay, because I'm a big crier myself, and I'm very sentimental. So I will. There's a lot of times where I'm very easily manipulated by things that are designed to manipulate an emotion. So I once saw the last, I want to say, 7 minutes of the movie Mr. Holland's Opus. Did not see any of the rest of it. This is all from context clues. Mr. Holland is finally having his opus performed. And so the band is playing it, and I fucking, like, tears came into my eyes. Wow. I don't know any of the people. I haven't seen any of this movie. But it worked. It absolutely worked on me, and I feel like I'm very easily. Are you susceptible to that stuff or no?
I am, absolutely. I mean, the most manipulative form of art ever created is just Irish music in general, and like that's just one of those things where it's like as soon as it starts, I'm just like,
Well, that's all the melancholy, though.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What about animals? Because you're a big animal person.
Yeah. Oh, I can't watch. Like, I do have to quickly change the Sarah McLachlan commercial.
But what about? There's so much cute stuff, though.
Yeah. Oh, I don't cry at cute stuff, though.
Okay. Look.
What do you?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's unlikely animal friendships.
That's true.
Which of course are really tug at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Then there's also animals rescuing each other. That's a narrow subgenre, but man, oh man, that is an amazing thing.
Those things can definitely push me to the brink. I think that maybe the last animal story that I actually got choked up over was, this is a little while ago, but I remember reading a story about a tortoise who
I'm on board
already, right? I mean, tortoises are the kind of the
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the fact that there are stories about turtles, tortoises, that impresses me.
Yes.
That these weird creatures that barely move have stories.
So this tortoise was, I think, kept in a house by a hoarder who died, and the tortoise was nobody knew, and the tortoise was trapped in the house, and the tortoise did not eat the dead hoarding owner. The tortoise had to gnaw its way out through stacks of old newspapers, and it just day by day over the course of like a month or something, just chewed a tortoise-sized path through these, towers of newspapers and got out. And I just think that tortoise determination, that slow and steady,
Well, it's a tribute to the tortoise spirit, of course.
That's right.
Did you have pets when you were a kid?
Not really, no. There were a couple stabs at having a pet.
Like what?
It didn't really work out. I had like hamsters for a while. I didn't really take to them. They ran their course.
They lived their hamster span.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I had a couple of lizards, like little lizards at one point. And
what drew you to lizards? Did you just think they were cool?
I think I was just a boy. It was just there was no particular. It was one of those things where, like, in all honesty, like when I was a younger kid, I think I had a bit of like a fear of animals that resulted in some psychosomatic allergies. Like I was allergic to dogs, and then my parents got like an empty nest dog when I was like 19, and all of a sudden I was not allergic to dogs anymore.
Wow.
Like that kind of thing. And I didn't really want to I didn't really want a pet because I didn't really want to interfere with animals. Also, I have always had like a you do. I enjoy watching from afar. I like to see you do your thing.
Sure.
And I don't need to, control that or manipulate it in any way or whatever. But I did,
even as a kid, you felt that way.
Yeah, I think so. But there was this I think there was like a pressure at a certain point in the probably like late 70s or early 80s to, get a lizard and have like a dead poster on like literally on your wall. I've never listened to the Grateful Dead.
This is
in my life.
This is the first time I'm hearing of this very specific pressure.
Yeah, it was like there's something about having a lizard or a snake or a frog, having a reptile or an amphibian,
Right.
And listening to what was, I guess, still like pre-classic rock. They kind of went together in a weird way.
Drug music, Ted.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Where did the fear of animals come from? Was there an incident, or was there just a sort of dread?
No, there was just I didn't really grow up in nature, and right. I think there was just a lack of understanding and a I don't know, a Cujo effect or something. I think that when I was also just like I was a frail, little kid until a certain age, and I think just having like a big dog jump on you and lick your face, and it just wasn't my thing at the time.
Now, is that a thing that happened at some point, and you didn't care for the experience?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I enjoy that very much now, by the way.
Sure.
Dogs and I have a great understanding, a deep connection, as do cats and I.
So you have a cat now that you've had, I think you said for almost 3 years now. Mm-hmm. And is this the first time you've had a pet since the lizard?
I would include the dog that my parents got at a certain point in my having a pet, because I did spend a lot of time with it and took care of her when they were, went away or whatever.
What kind of dog was it?
It was a poodle. Because my father was actually, or is actually, he's not dead, allergic to dogs. So poodles are hypoallergenic.
And this is before everyone knew about the golden doodle.
I didn't know about a golden doodle. I can imagine a golden doodle.
They're hypoallergenic, and I think they're a cross between a poodle and a golden retriever.
That would make sense,
so.
Yeah.
And they're apparently great. They were a very fashionable dog for a time.
All right.
Yeah.
I remember I've heard of, I've had some experience with Labradoodles.
Sure.
They were not my cup of tea.
Was the poodle black or white?
The poodle was chocolate.
Oh.
Was the official color.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
Can you divulge the poodle's name?
The poodle's name was Mary. Merry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Okay, yeah.
And you and Mary were pals?
We were pals, yeah. Yeah. We got along.
And what did you take to having a cat? I mean, how did you end up with a cat?
That fell in my lap. She just started coming around. It was a really scrawny kitten and was very much like, hey, here I am, and just like kind of kept coming around. And, eventually I, was like, she'd like go like, here's my belly, and I'd go like, all right, I'll scratch your belly. And then I was like, oh, now I have fleas. And, and so then I was like, all right, somebody's not taking care of this cat. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I guess I should probably take care of this cat. So, I got some, anti-flea pills and put them in treats, and got her to eat the treats, and she disappeared, and then she came back again, and I was able to inspect her, and I didn't get, I had no fleas jumping on me at that point. So, so I took her in and took her to, all the local vets and shelters to make sure that she didn't belong to anybody else, and she wasn't chipped. There was nobody, who'd called out about her, and I was a little bit like, I don't know what to do about this. And they were like, well, if you're willing to, if you're the one who's going to pay for all her care and stuff, you should not feel ethically bad about like quote unquote keeping her.
Right.
I was like, all right, well, yeah, it's what am I going to do?
Now a similar thing happened.
It's very romantic.
It's very romantic. A similar thing happened to our friends Matt Gorley and Amanda Lund, who had a neighborhood cat that absolutely did belong to someone else. but kept coming over to their house. So they started feeding it, and then it started spending more time at their house. And at one point, other cats were doing this too. And one time I was over their house, and they were feeding 4 cats that were not theirs in their home. And eventually they were going to move. And the owners of this cat were like, yeah, you should just take that cat. So now they have this cat. And a similar thing is apparently happening to our friend Mark McConville, where a cat is just showing up at their home and they're kind of, letting it hang out and I think maybe giving it food. And I'm worried that this is a virus that is spreading. And maybe they all have toxoplasmosis, but it's not going to happen to me, man. Ted Leo, thank you very much for being here.
No, thank you for having me.
Ted, where can people find you on the internet should you wish to be found?
Well, there is a tedleo.com. There's not much there.
Right.
But probably, better options are to just do a Google search, put quotes around the full name because you don't want to get separate.
You're going to get Ted's and Leo's.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And Twitter, social media, all that stuff.
At Ted Leo. At Real Ted Leo on Instagram.
Who took Ted Leo on Instagram?
There actually was a, excuse me, nobody took it. But I did get, why did I change it to Real Ted Leo? There was something happened.
Oh, didn't the guy do he did a Ted Leo with 2 Ds or something?
That was Twitter.
That was Twitter,
ago,
yeah.
Ted did Leo.
Yeah.
That was very annoying.
But now it's Real Ted Leo on Instagram, Ted Leo on Twitter.
Yeah.
And what would you like to promote? I know you're working on a record right now.
I have nothing to promote. I will theoretically have a record out. Definitely by September, hopefully in late August. If I can divulge,
please.
Your own mellifluous voice may feature.
Well,
on part of it.
If that track doesn't get cut. I was lucky enough to sing some backups along with our friends Amy Mann, Tawny Newsome, and Open Mike Eagle on a song of Ted's, and it was a lot of fun. We just did that yesterday, and it was a privilege to be asked to do that, and I hope I did not ruin it.
Well, I think you did a fine job, and I'm very, very happy to have had you.
Well, I wasn't fishing, but I like what I caught. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a break. When we come back, you will meet our improvisers. Listen to the ad. Dollar Shave Club, Dollar Shave Club. They are known as the smarter choice. Dollar Shave Club is the smarter choice. Get a great shave at a great price, conveniently delivered right to your door. It is an awesome life hack and no-brainer choice. How can it be both? It just is. Wait till you hear what I have to say. You no longer have to schlep, showbiz term, to the store to 1, buy a cheap disposable razor that gives you a cheap shave, or 2, spend a fortune on razors with gimmicky shaving tech you didn't need. When I use my DSC, Dollar Shave Club, executive razor with their Dr. Carver's shave butter, that sounds scary. But it's not. It's actually the opposite. It's wonderful. The blade just gently glides, giving me such a smooth shave you can't even imagine. Dr. Carver's shave butter is transparent for a more precise shave, and it helps prevent ingrown hairs, the worst, and fights razor bumps, second worst. You, too, can make the smarter choice, like I did, by joining Dollar Shave Club. Now, for a limited time, new members get their first month of the executive razor with a tube of their Dr. Carver's shave butter for only $5 with free shipping. That's no money. After that, razors are just a few bucks a month. That's a $15 value for only $5. In your first month's box, you get an awesome weighty handle. Oh, it feels good in the hand. A full cassette of 4 cartridges and a tube of the shave butter. After your first month, replacement cartridges ship automatically at the regular price. There are no hidden fees, no commitments. You cancel anytime you like. This is still America. You can only get this offer exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/PFT. That is dollarshaveclub.com/PFT. Shave yourselves. Lisa Mattress, thank you once again for sponsoring Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. Lisa, the mattress company, was founded with a simple goal: to help people sleep better. Animals, plants, Other, you're on your own. Ghosts, so close. Not people anymore. You're a different thing. With an innovative direct-to-consumer online strategy, Lisa's 100% American-made mattresses are challenging the traditional mattress industry, and don't you think it's about time somebody's shaking up the system? Forbes even named it one of the top 25 startups to watch, not to mention. Forgive my tone, but once you hear what I have to say, you'll understand it. It was Internet Retailer's fastest-growing e-retailer in 2015, and yes, it is B Corp certified. You doubting Thomas. See for yourself why everyone is raving about Lisa by trying it in your home 100 nights risk-free. You choose from 3 different premium, foam, universal adaptive feel layers, including the 2-inch Avena foam top layer for cooling and breathability, the 2-inch memory foam middle layer for body contouring. Paul, don't tease me. Can I also choose the 6-inch dense core support foam for durability? Yes. Lisa mattresses are available online only in the US, UK, Canada, and Germany, or at the Lisa Dream Gallery in Soho, New York City. And they ship to you compressed in a box with prices starting at just $525. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Plus, for every 10 mattresses Lisa sells, they donate 1 to a shelter. That is a good thing. They've already donated over 10,000 mattresses. Thank you, Lisa. And right now, you can get $75 off a Lisa mattress with the offer code PFT. That is LEESA.com. Offer code PFT for $75 off. Welcome back to Spontanea Nation, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to meet our friends from the world of make pretends. Seated right next to me. She's got a big smile on her face. She's a pleasant person. Colleen Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
Current record holder for most appearances.
Oh, yeah, because now with this one.
That's right.
I think me and Gene and Janet are neck and neck with each other.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But
Craig held the record for a while, Craig Cackowski.
Grrr.
Now, Colleen, you famously have a dog. His name is Blue.
I do.
And he's an older gentleman. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How's he doing?
He's doing good, actually. We had a little bit of scare because his stomach was well, we went down to Palm Springs to visit some friends of ours who were renovating a house, and there was a door open in a closet that had a big bag of dog food, and Blue found it instantly, and we went in and he just had his face buried in the dog food, just eating. So we pulled him out, but then like anytime they would feed their dog, Blue knew that their dog is like eats when it's hungry as opposed to it's not hungry all the time like Blue is. So Blue would stalk the food, and anytime he'd move away from it, Blue would go running for it. And it's always like a ravenous eating. And when they eat like that, they swallow a lot of air so they can get like bloated. So he had a really distended tummy for a while. And we were nervous, and we were trying to get him to fart and all that kind of stuff.
I thought you were going to say he gulps the air and he would get hiccups. Can dogs get hiccups?
Yeah.
That's pretty hilarious.
And I have a solution for when dogs get hiccups.
What is it?
You squeeze them really hard until it goes away.
Oh.
That's very sweet.
Does that work for people?
I don't think
I don't
so.
know. I've never tried it on a person.
No one will ever hug you if you have hiccups.
I've had dogs since I was a baby, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever cried out of happiness?
Oh, all the time.
That's nice to hear.
And I cry at dog commercials.
Sure.
Any commercial where a dog ages. Like, you know, there's the famous, like, come on, Casey. You remember that one?
No.
It's from, like, the 90s or the 80s. There's, like, a red Irish setter. And she's like, come on, Casey. And
this is familiar, actually.
Yeah, and it's having a hard time climbing the stairs because it's a little puppy. And it's like, come on, Casey. And it's a regular-sized dog.
Right.
And then it's like, come on, Casey. And Casey's all gray-faced and is having a hard time climbing the stairs, just sobbing. And there's a new one where a little kid's loading a car.
There's a grave.
Come on, Casey. But there's a new one where a little kid's loading a car, and the puppy's like tugging on his blanket. And he's like, come on, duck, or duck, whatever his name is.
Right.
And he's like, come on. And the little kid's like loading the car, and the puppy's helping him, and you don't really get what it is. And then all of a sudden, he's like an 18-year-old going away to college.
Yes.
And there's another like gray Labrador, and he's like, bye. And I think his name is like Doug now, and it's like, oh, he couldn't say the name right or something. He's like, bye, Doug, or whatever. And I was like, oh, God.
What is the product?
It's like a car. It's like an Acura. I don't remember what any of these
Very
things.
effective ad.
It's a Northrop Grumman ad for bombers. Is that the name of the company? Yeah, right?
Sure.
Northrop Grumman.
Yeah, okay. What about those videos? Colleen, hold on. I'm going to ask this of our next improviser. Welcome, Craig Cackowski.
Oh, well, let's get this out of the way. Here's that $100. Right in the jar in the middle?
That's right. You did not want to be the champion anymore. No. You bribed me to keep you off the show.
No, it was putting me out of house and home, yeah.
Craig, have you ever seen those videos where a dog is helping a puppy learn how to climb the stairs?
Yes, yes.
So good.
Many times I've seen
So
those.
good.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's videos where a dog is trying to teach a baby how to crawl.
It's just innate knowledge that's born in them, and humans are so dumb they gotta learn this stuff.
It's true.
From a dog or a person, doesn't matter. But
You got to crawl before you can walk, and you got to have a dog teach you before you can crawl.
that's right.
Craig, you're a sentimental person.
So much so.
You are, right?
Yes.
Yes. And because I know this from listening to your great podcast, Craig's List,
Thank you.
that you do with our friend Carla Cackowski, who is
Good friend of mine as well.
Good
Yep.
friend of yours as well. And you seek out movies because you're a pretty positive person,
I try to be.
but you like very sad dramas.
I do, because I view art as a drug. And I don't do drugs, but I do art. And we do art in order to make us feel things we don't normally experience. And I am a happy person. I do comedy for a living. I don't seek out comedy that much. I want to feel things differently than I normally feel.
Craig, what about the sad clown, though?
Just fucking scary.
I remember when Robin Williams died, and there were a lot of I did a couple interviews. There were a lot of because they wanted to talk to any comedian who was like within distance of a telephone, and a lot of people were like, "What is the link between depression and comedy?" And it's like people get depressed and they have various jobs. That's the link between depression and comedy. It's like there's no special. There's not like it's just. It seems ironic because people. Their business is comedy. So it seems like, well, why would that person be sad? It's just sadness happens to people.
I think the percentages are consistent across all of
Yeah,
society.
absolutely.
Yeah, but it seems like incongruous to us.
What's the link between depression and dentistry? That one actually makes more sense.
90%.
I would say I would be that. But there, you know what? There was a. They had the profession with the highest suicide rate. I think was dentists. I don't know if that's still true, but there was a time when that was true.
Because they're sticking their dirty hands into people's dirty mouths
That's
all
right,
day.
and also everyone hates them.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like for parking enforcement people. I always wonder who goes into that line of work to be just universally despised.
Yeah, 100% suicides. Yeah.
And no one talks
Some
about
like
it.
3 months in, some 30 years in. It's the arc is different for everyone, but yeah.
Craig, I'm going to turn away from you.
Please.
To talk to our friend, Jordan Black.
Hello.
Jordan, welcome back to the
I
show.
am impressed that Craig has those stats at the ready. Like he just knows them. He's got them.
He's a
'Cause I
stats
didn't
guy.
know. I would have had to Google it.
He's a stats guy. Craig loves numbers. He's like that show Numbers. Jordan.
No
are
one
you-
watches him. It's a hit
Take
show.
that,
right?
Numbers.
Touche.
I think it's been
Yeah,
on
and
for
true.
100 years. Jordan, are you a sentimental person?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah?
Yes. I cry. But I'm like Craig. I seek out things to make me cry.
Yeah.
Like one of the movies that always makes me cry that I discovered a couple of years ago and I've watched like probably 6 times since is The Impossible with Naomi Watts, where it's a
Oh
true
my
story.
God,
Yeah,
yes.
you know the story about
Yes.
the tsunami, and it's like it's like you're scared, and then at the end. Spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it now, you weren't going to. At the end, when her family's reunited, it's like, good things do happen. And
Absolutely.
yeah, it's the best.
I highly recommend that movie. That was like one of those things that my wife and I watched, like, oh, let's see, what's this all about?
You
And
would
then it's
never
like,
know.
We were riveted.
Because it's kind of an action movie with the tsunami.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's a family story.
Just a little warning, if you don't want to see what it looks like 3 inches into someone's thigh, don't watch this movie.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. It's a very violent at times.
Yeah. Are you easily manipulated by that kind of stuff like I am?
Yes. I mean, like I said, I love anything. I love a good cry.
Right.
So I cry very easily. Like I don't have cable, so I don't see commercials anymore, which is weird because there's a certain like language you don't speak anymore, and people go like, oh, you know that commercial? Like, nope, don't know it.
You cut that cord.
Yeah, I cut the cord. I cut the cord years ago, and so I only see what I see, and none of it is commercials, and I kind of miss it. I kind of miss being able to talk about commercials with people, and knowing what they're talking about.
There's always YouTube for that.
I'm not a crazy person. So I'm not going to just like find commercials.
You don't want to see the year's saddest commercials? I don't think so. What about news bloopers?
I love those. Those are
news
hilarious.
bloopers are the best.
They are.
They're hard to search for on YouTube because it'll always get into weird, like, it's like creepy, like sex things. You know what I mean?
I didn't
like,
know.
Well, it's like it goes from here's some news bloopers, and you're like, oh, I've seen a lot of these before. They lead you to believe these are from this year.
Okay.
This is the year's roundup of news bloopers. You're like, that one's 5 years old.
Right.
And then it's just like women's tops coming off or something, or like the woman has a button open too far or whatever.
Because that's
like,
a thing. That happened on the news.
I was looking more for like the weatherman who's scared of the cockroach. You know what I mean?
Well, I love the one with the black guy who the bug flies in his mouth.
Oh.
And you guys have seen this.
I think I've seen this.
And he starts cursing, and he starts talking about, I hate these this country ass town, this motherfucking country ass town. Like he starts off as Brian Gumble. Hello and welcome to Rockford, Illinois. What the fuck? Damn, fucking country ass towns, man. I'm like, wow, that guy is an actor.
Andy Daly told us about he was in something where they were recreating that video of the guy who gets the lizard on him and has like the most insane reaction. But like kind of justified. But he short circuits. Like this thing flies onto his jacket and he just goes and he just like falls over.
That's from that era where everybody had a lizard.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure to have lizards on your news show. And so I
haven't seen that.
They were
I haven't either.
absolutely. Here's the thing. I thought I hadn't seen it too, and then when I saw it, I was like, I've seen this. So they did this video where they recreate it, and Andy just naturally had the same reaction. Like they throw the lizard on him, and he was like not acting. It was just like that's what happens to you when someone throws a lizard on jumps on your jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take another break. During the break, we will procure a location for our improv from you. From our followers on Twitter, please follow @SpontaneaNation if you would like to submit a location for our improv. We will say your name on the show, and you will find out when it happens much later. So there you go. We do this every Wednesday. We record on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays from 12 to 12:05, we will ask for submissions for a location. And then at 12:06, you better not send me any fucking locations. Oh my God. If you guys do that, oh shit. I'll throw a lizard on you. Listen to this ad. We'll be back. Goodbye. Bull Goose. Yeah, shave. Boom, boom, boom. Does the perfect shave matter to you? Did you answer? Oh, sorry. Then get the closest, most comfortable shave you have ever experienced with Bull Goose Shaving Supplies. Bull Goose Supplies, the finest products from top shaving brands. They've even designed their own line of stainless steel razors, including the Asylum RX Single Edge Razor, an original and revolutionary design that has received rave reviews, and the Asylum Evolution Double Edge Razor, a modern remake of the Darwin Deluxe from the 1930s. Both are machined to the tightest tolerances, and they are made here in the United S. So whether you are looking for a new safety razor, a shaving brush, shaving soap, shaving cream, or after shave goes at the end that time, Bull Goose has you covered. They have more brands of razor blades than you can shake a stick at, ya little monkey. Change the way you shave and visit bullgooseshaving.com. You will even get 15% off all shaving soaps, shaving creams, and aftershaves when you enter promo code PFT at checkout. Plus, all orders over $80 ship for free within the United States. That is bullgooseshaving.com. Offer code PFT. Welcome back to Spontaneous Nation, ladies and gentlemen. What a pleasure it is. Charge. What a pleasure it is to be here again with you. We have Meta Improv. Look, we had our interview with Ted Leo. We've met our improvisers. We have solicited a location from the social networking platform Twitter. We have received said location, and we are ready to begin our improv. But first, just so you know, in order to aid us in our storytelling, we use 3 sound effects that move us about in time. Let's say we have to travel into the past for some reason. Someone is having a memory. We're learning how something came to be. You'll hear this flashback sound effect. That takes us into the past. Let's say we're in the present. We want to find out what's happening at the exact same time someplace else. We'll hit this meanwhile button. Whoosh, somewhere else in the present. Let's say we need to return from the past into the present or travel into the mysterious future. We'll use this flash forward sound effect. That takes us back from a flashback or sends us into the future. It couldn't be simpler. Past. Present. Future. I like you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to reveal our location provided to us this week by Charity Pamebo. I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. Charity Pamebo. Maybe it's Pamibo. Let's call the whole thing off. That location is... That location is... Life drawing class. Life drawing class. We take you now to life drawing class.
Hey, if y'all need me to place my arms or legs in any particular position, you just let me know, because I'm here to serve y'all.
Well, I'm just enjoying your raw masculinity.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I drove a truck for many years. Was in the service for a while. Right now, currently out of work.
Well, you should thank your lucky stars that you got this job, because I tried to recommend my cousin Albert for this, and they turned him down, so I don't know what that is. But anyway, can you move your arm a little bit?
Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late, everyone. Welcome. I see everyone's set up. Yes.
Hey, Gavin.
Yes, Roger. Hello. How do you do?
Yeah, I do fine.
Yes, you...
I've already gotten started, if that's all right.
Yes, you didn't need to. The robe should be closed until I say it's time to disrobe, but...
It was really chafing me.
Well, you do have that skin issue. I thought you'd have it checked out by now.
Professor Gavin, how come my cousin Albert didn't get this gig?
Delbert, that's a long story. It's very unpleasant as well.
So, I mean, I got lots of scars, cause knife fights and other things, and I got a jangly eye, so it can look anywhere you need it to look. So I think that's exciting to draw.
Under normal circumstances, yes. Actually, all the hideous disfigurements that you have received or inflicted upon yourself would be a bonus, because it's just more to draw. However, you did show up to the interview nude.
Well, my cousin told me this is a new job. I want to show you that I'm comfortable. I took the bus here. I have a fresh, infection just from being nude on the bus.
Hey, is this the bathroom?
No, it's not the bathroom. This is my office.
I gotta take a shit like crazy.
What's your name?
Oh, fuck, what is it?
You look like a Roger to me.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
You're an interesting creature. And I notice the look of consternation on your face because of the urgency of your bowels. It's startling.
Hey, I can look concerned.
Let's see. Oh, that is...
Oh, no.
I don't...
Oh, no. No, I pooped a little.
Oh.
That just seemed like, you know, you was judging him a little too harshly, because I feel like all that is a good reason to draw somebody.
Well, you may be right, Del, but I felt as if I were judging him just harshly enough for having shat in my office.
If it's any consolation, it was really down to the wire. It was really tight between the two of us.
That is a consolation. That is. What's your name again?
Roger.
Roger, that is a consolation. I thank you for that. I'm going to let Albert know that, too, because that'll really cheer him up, because he's real down right now.
Is he sad?
He's very sad.
Because he didn't get the job as the drawing model.
He really, really, really has had, I know this might be surprising, he's had a hard time finding work.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Next.
Hey, my name's Albert. I would very much like to work at your establishment.
Okay, well, this is Quiznos, and you're nude.
I just wanted to show you that I was prepared to get close to the thing that makes the sandwiches hot.
That is.
And that I'm not afraid. I realize that as a sandwich artist, #1 category requirement, don't be afraid of heat.
Welcome to Jimmy John's. Can I take your order?
Hey, what do you got to do to work here?
I don't know. It's pretty simple. You got to accept minimum wage and make sandwiches.
Is there any kind of requirement of you as your character?
Yeah, I mean, like, don't steal and, you know, like, don't show up nude, which you clearly are.
Oh, sorry. I was just warm and all my clothes were wet.
Now, we don't have any openings per se at the bank. Mm-hmm. But we do have a sort of dress code here.
Yeah.
You got to wear clothes.
Oh, well, I just wanted you to know, like, you know how when ladies cut cocaine, that they can't wear clothes so that they ain't squirreling it away nowhere?
Right.
You know, I wouldn't squirrel money away. All that money would not be here. I mean, you could grease me up like Samoan and put money on me, and then I would keep it. But other than that, no.
I'm going to have this man with the gun escort you out.
Okay.
But I'm certainly sorry for Delbert's trouble.
It's been troubling, you know, because he's been living with me for about 4 months now, and it's like, I don't mind it. I'm happy to have the company.
Well, Delbert, you've
Professor
always been
Gavin.
a very generous person, and that's one of the reasons I love having you in class.
Thank you so much, Professor Gavin.
So your name's Delbert, and your cousin's name is Albert?
Yeah.
All right, just clarifying.
Yes.
I would like I'm having trouble drawing this man's sinewy, muscly thigh, and I would like some direction on that.
All right, Antoinette. Roger, can you just sort of flex your thigh just a little further?
Let me see if I can isolate that muscle. Oh, yeah, there it is.
How does he do it? Now, Antoinette, do you see the sinews? Do you
Yes,
see they're even standing out in even more relief?
Yes, now I see it.
So the way you approach it is you take the pencil and you just use some shading there just to see.
Dean Vollmer, I'm very concerned about Professor Gavin's new drawing class. It just seems like he is just sort of like, we're letting anybody take that one. You know, we have a reputation here at our college, and I'm not trying to sully his name, but I just feel like we should maybe think about canceling that class.
Well, thank you for bringing it to my attention. With your all teachers are, of course, up for review at the end of the semester, but this is quite unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got like a couple of students in there, and
2 students for a life drawing class? The capacity in that room is at least 12.
And apparently there's this whole political thing about how he hires his models. I don't know, but I think it's a dark stain on this great college.
Look, if you can go undercover in this class and bring me dirt.
Oh, I wasn't pitching that at all.
Well, I'm pitching it.
Oh, well,
I'm pitching it now, and I'm liking the idea more and more.
Well, welcome back to the next class. It's a different day, and we're ready to begin drawing anew. Roger, I see you're already nude. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, just my rash was really acting up, and that robe's been worn by many a model.
Well, do you know it's a silk robe? It's very the material. It's not clingy at all. It's very soft. What is this condition you have exactly?
Silk anesthesia.
Silk anesthesia. There's only 4 known cases in the United States. I didn't realize you were one.
Yeah, it's one of the 100 phobias.
Is it a phobia or an allergy?
Good question.
Look, I'm not a psychologist.
My cousin Delbert, he ain't got no allergies, he ain't got no phobias. He won't even wear a robe.
Well, your cousin Delbert?
Yeah, my Albert, I'm Delbert.
This is Delbert, right?
I'm Delbert.
And who is this mysterious third gentleman that hasn't been with us?
Yes,
until
hello.
now?
Oh, hi, how are you?
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Frank. And
Frank?
Yep, it's Frank.
Frank,
And-
your mustache seems to be sweating off of your face.
Oh, so it's I also have an allergy phobia.
This is the dean in your headpiece. Why are you wearing that ridiculous mustache? You barely spirit gummed it on.
I'm going to say something to you all that will sound like I'm not talking to you all, but I am. I'm
You're
wearing
stating your subtext out loud.
I'm wearing this mustache, this fake mustache, because my father could never grow a mustache, and so I had this fear of mustaches, and I'm trying to maybe wear one now.
Whew, close one.
Yep, and
sounds
if for some
entirely-
reason there was a voice inside your heads, you probably would let it know that you can't answer it without people thinking you're crazy.
Oh, you're right. That is true.
Hey, no need to explain, man. We totally get it.
It's the basis for many films and television programs that involve ghosts that only one person can see, but who causes devilment to the main character. And you would think that the person would be used to it and would understand to just ignore the ghost and not address it because it's a thing that happens all the time.
Is
and
this
yet
the sort of thing you guys talk about a lot in this
we
classroom?
talk about everything.
But this is a life drawing class, but you talk about everything. Okay, I'm just making sure I get the facts.
Well, we talk about everything while we're drawing and while we take long breaks from drawing where we're literally doing nothing but standing around and talking.
And how do you choose your model? I'm just asking because I'm curious.
Well, the models are chosen for, the most drawable, I suppose, just to who has the most interesting
I thought I was
character.
in the can, man. I had to take a dump like crazy. Next thing I know, I'm sitting up here in the buff.
Roger had an urgent intestinal need, and he thought my office was the...
So that's how you make your decisions for your class. Clear. I think we're clear.
There's many factors that go in, but that was the decision.
I had a bad omelet.
Oh, I never, after all this time...
Here's your eggs.
Okay, this is a 3-egg omelet?
Yeah.
This is Denver?
Yeah. I mean, we're not in Denver. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, we're not in Denver.
Hey, Valerie, just so you know, today push the eggs, okay? Because these eggs, I'm pretty sure they're already bad. So I just want to get them out of here. So
Okay.
just push them really hard today.
Hey, I got a great deal on eggs for you.
Oh, thank God, yeah, because the business is not going well.
50% off.
Thank you, perfect. I'll take them.
Got it.
So, we have a deal on eggs. So just get eggs and put them in.
Okay, so you're saying this is not Denver?
We're not in Denver, but you're on.
Shit.
What?
I had Broncos tickets.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll shut up and eat my eggs.
Where is he? Been in the stadium for an hour now. Where is he? Where is
Hot
he?
dog! Get your hot dog!
I should wait.
I left behind a good woman.
In Denver?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, little lady, you need a ticket to the game?
Well, yes,
Who would leave such a lovely little wayfish beauty like you standing in the Broncos parking lot?
nobody I can remember at the moment.
Hey, listen, I want you to do me a favor.
Sure, anything.
There's some really cool guys in that van over there. I want you to go party with them. And then afterwards, we'll catch the rest of the game, whatever's left of it.
This is a favor?
Yeah, it's a favor.
One thing I know about old Rochelle is she'll wait. She'll wait for me.
Well, I went into a van once, and it wasn't good.
Where's this coming from?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
Valerie, you're spending too much time with the customers. I need you to hit those tables like you with that one table
I
forever.
want to tell somebody my van story.
I begged you not to.
But I've heard it makes people hungry.
And that's how we came to have Roger.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Hey, man, but just so you know, my cousin was up for the job, too. Oh, okay. I didn't know that part. Yeah, he's out in the parking lot right now, sitting in the car, waiting for his opportunity.
Oh, man. Oh, man, I forgot to tell him to roll down the windows. Oh, I'm sweating. Oh, I'm sticking to these seats.
Sir.
Dog, what? There's someone outside. Hold on. Nobody home.
Sir, you don't have to roll down the window, but if there are any clothes in the car, you should put them on.
No, they're not. There's a dog.
Okay, we're going to tow you. Albert. Delbert's in the car.
Yeah, because he's a go-getter.
Isn't Albert in the car?
No,
Delbert.
This is Delbert.
I'm Delbert.
Albert's in the car.
Yeah,
Yes.
Albert's in
What
the
did
car.
I
Try to
say?
get to
said
the bottom of
Albert.
this. What are you doing, you fool?
I'll be back. Dean Vollmer, it's a couple of things. It's really hard when you're talking to me because I can't reply to you without them knowing that I'm not talking to them. So if
Anchormen do it all the time. They deliver the news while hearing somebody in their ear.
but they're not trying to trick people into thinking they're not hearing something.
And in a sad turn of events, a tidal wave has murdered a large amount of
Vivian, this is me on the producer in the box.
people.
I need you to keep. We need you to elongate this story.
And it's not just that the tidal wave.
Also,
killed-
I was wondering if you want to go with me to the Christmas party.
It's that the tidal wave happened around the holidays.
I see you playing games now.
And
All the
that
buttons are open on your
family Was
all the
I feel like I'm enjoying this theater class so much that I want to hear from the teacher. It felt like he had an idea and hasn't spoken.
Oh, well, all I was going to say, as we're waiting for Frank to get back, Roger, I think that maybe to try something different. What if we were to cover you with some sort of salve? Would that allay your phobia of silk robes?
Just cover me entirely in salve?
Yes,
Yeah,
top to tail.
Hey, sure. Yeah, I'm up for anything. I volunteered for experiments in the military.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what? What did they do to you? Private Roger.
Is this the bathroom?
Nope. Okay. You have walked into the experimentation lab. Where we're gonna do basically we're gonna play tricks on you.
Oh, nice.
Like we're gonna make you think we're doing something and then we're gonna do something else.
I love pranks.
Oh, okay, good. Then you'll love this. Here, drink this.
Okay.
Take this pill.
All right. Yep.
Put this inside of you.
Yep.
All right.
It's in there.
Yep. Oh God, it's like a perfect fit, I think.
Did he do it? Did he do it?
Yeah, yes he did, Sergeant.
Guess what? You don't have fleas anymore.
Daddy.
Wow, that was a real interesting story about your military days. Even though I want to know what that little girl was going to do, but you just stopped in the middle.
Look,
That's fascinating.
You want to hear about the general's daughter?
You brought up the general's
I added
daughter.
it to add a little color to the story, but that was not the
You
main
stopped
thrust.
telling the story immediately.
Addie, can I take him home now because he doesn't have fleas?
Oh, Lisa, I suppose so.
And for 20 years, I was a little girl's pet. I grew up with her.
Oh, it's
From a young buck private, I became an old grizzled private.
the giving tree.
Never got a promotion. Hey, your man won't play with me.
He's mine, not yours.
Yeah, but
Fuck off me, kid.
Oh, of course, I could never have a man pet because I just had an irrational fear of them, but also I felt that we shouldn't control them.
Yes, I'm allergic to men. I break out in rashes and hives. So I've never touched a man, and that's why I took a life drawing class, so I could see a naked man in person, but not be near him or touch him.
Antoinette, can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
That's why everyone takes the life drawing.
They also got him on the internet, though, just so you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't have the internet.
Are you allergic to that?
No, I've just decided to only connect to people through classes.
Okay.
Dean Volmer, as the Chancellor of this college, I demand results. How is your investigation going?
Oh, Mr. Chancellor, this is highly unexpected. What are you doing dropping in? We haven't seen you here in years.
I wanted to catch you unawares so that I could see if you were doing mistakes or not.
Oh, pranked by the Chancellor. Oh,
Right.
I'm honored.
Efficiency prank.
And for Higgins, the head of the Board of Trustees, I have come in to say if you are checking in with Dean, then making sure the life drawing class, especially, is being run to a high standard.
Yes, I told you 3 weeks ago that I did that. So how is the progress going?
Well, we have our man inside the life drawing class who's getting wonderful intelligence.
Is he there right now?
Well, let's see.
So basically you just have these 3 students, including me. That's it. How are your numbers generally? I'm just asking out of curiosity. I'm not.
What's your question?
Oh, is this your attendance? Is this about average?
And then, Chancellor, we're right in his ear right now, so if there's anything you want him to say, you can just feed it.
Have him say...
He can hear you. He can hear you.
He can hear me. Well, I'll get closer. Can you hear me?
Anyway, so I was just wondering what the numbers are, and if
The Chancellor's here.
if for some reason I could hear someone else, the answer would probably be yes. I don't know why I'm saying this to you, Professor Gavin.
What is your question exactly?
You keep going away and just stop speaking.
I
all
know
of a
it
sudden.
seems
Staring into space.
Yes.
Dean Volmer, Chancellor. Please don't ask me direct questions when I'm undercover because I can't respond to you without looking like a crazy
This has
person.
gotten out of control. The entire Board of Trustees is here.
I have a suggestion.
What is going on?
Why don't we put another person in the class
Sure.
so that you can direct all of your answers to
To them,
all
I'll say it to...
them.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
another decoy.
Okay.
We will feed...
I'm back in class. I had to use the bathroom. Roger knows a lot about that. And look, I found someone else who wants to take a class.
I am also a new student here, and I also am wearing a fake mustache.
What's the backstory of your mustache?
Well, it's an elaborate backstory.
Tell
of course.
him that it's a...
What's that, Chancellor?
Tell him it's a simple story.
The Chancellor.
Why did you say Chancellor?
It's a simple story.
Oh, he thinks you're a chancellor, I'm sure. Yeah, but you're a
The
professor.
if you will, the Chancellor of this class.
Here's how it will work. I will instruct you to ask a question that then Frank can answer. Does that make... Do you understand?
A question that Frank cannot answer.
Why
No,
are
he
you
will. You repeat my question out loud, and then
Yes.
Frank will ask the question.
Got it, Chancellor.
I'm sorry. You just said a question that Frank can't answer, and then yes, got it,
Got
Chancellor.
it, Chancellor.
Who are
Yeah,
you
that's weird,
speaking
man.
to?
I'm flailing here. I'm flailing here, Chancellor.
Hey, man, did they do experiments on you two in the military? Because Roger can help you with that.
Tell them, don't look at me. Ask
Guess
Frank.
who got out of the car?
Albert! Hey, you brought a dog!
He's my friend, because none of you all are.
Wait, that dog, he's sniffing at these 2 new students suspiciously.
Don't look at me. Ask Frank.
Oh, well, sir,
Abort,
Eat their
abort.
mustaches off.
anyway, let me figure stop licking my face, dog, because
Hey, boy.
you're licking off my mustache.
Hey, boy, put this in your ass. It'll get rid of your fleas.
He did it. The dog did it.
I'm very impressed. Oh my God! You're that professor of literature.
Okay, all right. The jig is up. That's right. I wanted to take this class, and I didn't know.
Dean
And I'm the
Vollmer?
dean.
No, I know.
Rip.
He was barely hanging on. I could see that it was you.
Can I just say something real quick, Professor Gavin? I just feel like if Delbert was your model,
Albert.
then none of this would be
You're
good.
Delbert. I'm Albert.
Right, that's what I meant. If Albert
Delbert,
was-
there's no correlation between this.
As long as we're ripping off mustaches.
Don't. It's attached.
It's attached to
Doctor, we have a very serious patient coming in right now. He ripped off his own mustache, so we're going to need a lot of help with this one.
All right, let me see what it is.
I wasn't talking to you, doctor. I was talking to the lady doctor.
Oh,
Why would you assume that when I said doctor,
that's an
I
example
was
of my
talking to-
sexism.
Yeah, I mean, what the doctor gets into a car crash, and
Yeah, we
then-
know this story.
No, I
You know
know.
what?
I
If
know.
you don't know the trope, I mean, just look
I
it up.
do know. It's
Google
mortifying that I got got on that one.
Mom, I mean, you are a doctor.
my
and I
God.
didn't look
My
right
mother.
at you. I didn't look directly at you, but still, you should have.
I should have checked.
You should
Hold
have.
on a second. I cannot operate, even though we had all of this, because this is my long-lost son.
That's me, Roger.
Yes, I named you Roger.
You did. Wow.
Roger, we came as soon as we heard that you were rushed to the hospital.
Yes, where's the doctor?
Because we knew what happened because we were there, but then we
Yes.
didn't know where you went.
Well, we were busy. I was getting fired and the students were being expelled.
I'm sorry, there's a woman in the way. Doctor, what's wrong with him? Will he ever
no,
recover?
ma'am.
I'm
that
not
the lady is
actually-
the doctor.
I am a doctor,
The-
but I'm not the doctor.
The lady is the doctor.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
the lady doctor.
I am the doctor.
Excuse me, I don't know if I can be of any assistance. I'm a new candy striper here who's wearing a fake mustache.
Dean Vollmer.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
The
Rip.
dog warned us.
Why are you, Dean Fulmer? Why are you undercover at this hospital?
Yes, what could you possibly want?
Look, I just want to make sure that people are not operating on their own flesh and blood.
Well, here's what you don't know. Let me tell y'all something. See, my cousin Delbert, he is a doctor. He just got out of that game because it was so political. He could operate. Delbert, I mean, and Delbert's he's a man doctor, but still.
Do you mean your cousin Albert?
Yeah, Albert. Oh my God.
I heard you from far away saying your name, and I was like, I bet he's talking about me.
Yep, I am. You know how we grew up basically like twins.
Yeah.
So
Sorry I'm late, everybody.
no one was expecting you.
Oh, am I too late for the cover of the fire?
But wait a minute, Roger. There's a young woman in here who says you used to be her pet. She's concerned about you too.
What?
Roger, it is you. Look at me, I'm all grown up.
There he is, Lisa. I found him for you.
I got old.
Oh, what happened? Oh, no.
You're gonna
Oh,
have
it
to help
happens.
him up the stairs now, little girl.
Come on, Roger. Come on.
Oh, these steps are too close together.
It's so sad.
Well, Roger, I'm glad the operation was a success, and it's
They reattached it.
good to... It's like nothing ever happened. It's good to have you back in class.
Yeah.
Antoinette,
Yes,
I'm glad you're here.
me too.
Albert, Delbert.
Delbert, I'm
glad
Delbert.
I'm glad you're both here.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, we both in this class now.
Dean Fulmer, I'm glad you decided to take the class.
Well, you know, it's a skill that anyone can pick up on.
Professor Frank,
Yeah.
what a pleasure to see you
Yeah,
again.
Professor Frank. Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm so. You know what? I'm glad that this worked out differently. Like by the time we had so many people undercover taking the class, we realized, oh, the numbers are up.
Exactly.
So therefore, we won't cancel the class.
Exactly. Is my smock on straight?
Well, shall we begin? Roger, remove your robe.
Here we are.
And it all happened in a place called Spontaneanation. Colleen Smith,
Yes.
tell people all your things.
My things are, you can find me at Colleen Smee, COLLEENSMI. And then I have a podcast called My First Time, in which we talk about births. Paul has been on it. Jordan has been on it. I'll ask Craig to be on it. Now that I have his email address.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. And, I think that's all of my stuff. Oh, I'm on Instagram.
Live things?
I probably will be in the Joe Show at some point at Groundlings in the future. So, but check it out even if I'm not in it.
Yes. The Joe Show is Wednesdays at the Groundlings.
And you're going to do it at some point.
I will do it at some point. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I did it before. It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Very scary for me to do. I was very happy to do it, and then I did not completely wreck it. Craig Cackowski.
At Cackowski on Twitter. Also at Craigslist PCast for Craigslist Podcast. C Cackowski on Instagram. When does this drop?
This will drop. Guys, hold on a second, and I'll tell you because I want you to know. I don't want to be withholding. I don't want to be a withholding bitch. This will drop. your least favorite kind of bitch.
Yeah.
Not in this political climate.
This will drop Monday, May 15th.
Oh, great. I have no idea. Well, first Thursday of the month, you can always see me at IO West at 9 o'clock on Thursdays in a show called Dasariski. You can also show me the money and see me periodically at the Second City in a show called Orange Tuxedo with my wife, Carla Cackowski.
That's right. I'm Jordan Black. What would you like to tell people?
You can see me on Instagram and Twitter at Fake Jordan Black. And then we'll probably, go to theblackversion.com to find out when that show is happening. Indeed. And the Crazy Uncle Joe show every Wednesday night at the Groundlings.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Eban Schletter. EbanSchletter.com for all your Eban Schletter needs. Check out Eban's own podcast, Eban Schletter's Fantastical Musicorium. Spontaneanation endorses. How do you find Eban Schletter online? It's simple. His name goes like this. EbanSchletter. Guess what? We are coming to not only Brooklyn, returning to the Bell House in November, Sunday, November 12th. As of this recording, tickets are still available for the late show. First show sold out pretty quickly. But we're also going to return to the Detroit Improv Festival. Very excited about that. That is August, I believe, the date. I believe the date will be August 12th. But look online. By the time this drops, we should have all the info. So very excited to return to the Detroit Improv Festival. Thank you for having us back. I think that is it. As for me, PF Tompkins on all the things. You can go check out my live dates, paulftompkins.com/live. That's it. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the podcast. Thank you for Engineer Ryan. Thank you for him, Heaven. Thank you for Engineer Ryan for engineering us almost all the way to the end of the show. I looked over. He is not in the room anymore, but substitute engineer Kevin is here. Hopefully everything is okay. Perhaps I shouldn't have talked about it into a microphone. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Presenti. For a great shave at a great price, join Dollar Shave Club. New members get their first month of the Executive Razor and a tube of Dr. Carver's shave butter for only $5 with free shipping. After that, razors are just a few bucks a month. That's a $15 value for only $5. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/PFT.
Cry, baby, cry.
Hi, I'm Sarah Thayer.
And I'm Susan Orlean.
We're the hosts of Crybabies, the show where great writers, comedians, musicians, and more tell us what makes them cry.
In a good way. The healthy kind of crying.
All crying is healthy, Susan.
I agree.
On Crybabies, you'll hear Mara Wilson explaining why she was so affected when Homer Simpson met his mom.
Or Mike Doty playing his favorite Magnetic Fields tearjerker.
Or comedian Kyle Kinane telling us about finding catharsis at an LCD sound system show. Listen to all these wonderful people and more on Crybabies in Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, Colin Anderson, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.